Hey everyone, welcome to your 2021 love reading. So we're going to see what you guys have to expect in 2021 in the area of romance and love. So it doesn't matter if you're single, in a relationship, with a twin flame situation going on. It's okay. You can still tune into this energy and see what's going to be shifting and changing for you in 2021, what changes are happening, and what you guys have to look forward to in 2021 with the area of romance and love specifically. So with that being said, today we have a selection of sushi for you guys. I love these sushi pieces. They just look so realistic. So we are going to start with pile number 1. Then we have pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So I will show you up close as well. This one is pile number 1. To me, it looks like there's some fish scales. I'm not sure what it is, but if you guys have any ideas, you can leave it in the comments. Then we have pile number 2. This looks like a crab claw to me. So maybe a crab claw sushi piece. And then number 3, I don't know what this is, some kind of whitefish. It looks good though. Maybe it could be like squid too, it kind of looks like. Okay, and then pile number 4. This one to me also kind of looks like crab. So I guess we have a crabby reading today, maybe a lot of cancers or something. But it looks good. So hopefully you guys feel drawn to one of the piles. If you need time to spend a little more time tuning in and deciding, feel free to rewind, pause, mute me, take as much time as you need to decide, but we're going to go ahead and jump into pile 1. Hey everyone, so if you guys picked this sushi, this is going to be your reading. I'm not sure what fish this would be, but it looks really good. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. And I just want to mention up front that you guys have left me so many sweet and lovely messages. We hit 10K subscribers and you guys noticed, and so many of you guys have left me messages and stuff, and it's meant the world to me, especially because I had a bit of a rough week. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It just means so much, and you guys are the best subscribers ever on the face of the planet. So thank you guys. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see more of my pick a cards, then do it now, join the party. But to those of you guys who have been leaving me support, like, it's just blown me away. So thank you guys. So let's get right into it and get straight to it. So we got the Empress, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 6 of Swords, the Magician, Ace of Swords, 3 of Wands, the Lovers, King of Wands, 2 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords reversed. So I feel like for you guys this year, we have the Empress starting out. So you guys are very empowered this year. I'm actually feeling like you guys are having a lot of offers come in for you, a lot of people who would like to date you. And I almost feel like you guys are in this energy of, like, you're kind of open, but you're kind of like, like you're not desperate for a relationship. I'll say that. Some of you guys might even be a little closed off to it, or a little like, I'm not really interested. And I feel like there's people that are almost going to be like beating down your doors this year, I want to say. Like, I feel like for you guys, you're going to have a lot of romantic offers, but some of you guys are so focused on other things you have going on that you're just not, you're kind of not blown away by like what other people would be blown away by. I feel like, you know, if someone else was like, oh my God, this person brought me flowers or something, you would be like, okay, like, thank you for bringing me flowers. And it's not that you're like a brat or a snob or anything, but it's just that you guys are focused, I think, on other things. And I also feel like a lot of you guys have been through a lot of a glow up and have done a lot of like emotional, spiritual work. And so it's like you kind of have your eye on the prize. And I feel like in a way, because of that, you attract even more attention, because people can tell that you're like, it's not that you're playing hard to get, it's that you are hard to get. You guys have, honestly, I feel like a fulfilled life this year, like with the Ace of Cups coming in, the 9 of Pentacles. It's like you guys are finally at a point where you really love your life, you know, and you love what you're doing, and you had to work hard for it. With the Magician, I feel like a lot of you guys have done manifestation work to bring in this life. You guys have been planning. We got 2 planning cards, 3 of Wands and 2 of Wands, and that's coming in really strong too. Is like there's an element of this year, like you're still planning your life, and some of you guys might not even know if you want to get married or if you want to have kids or a family. You might be like going back and forth in your head of like, love being single. Like, I honestly do. And I know everyone says I'm supposed to be married, and I know everyone says that's going to make me happy, but I love my life. I love how I am living. I love my lifestyle, and I'm just not like as focused on romance. And you know, someone that isn't coming correct, you're not going to be even tempted. Whereas some people might be lonely, and if someone comes to them and they're in dysfunctional energy, they're going to leap at it like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Someone approached me. You're going to be like, you need to be doing this, that. Like, you guys are so on point with your life that if someone isn't coming in and matching that energy, then you're not interested. It's kind of the vibe of like, I've heard a lot of celebrity women say that, like, you know, they have a hard time being approached because they're intimidating. And it's like, I'm sure that is true. I could imagine that is 100% true for, like, you know, I think a lot of people are like, well, how could I bring something to the table there? But the difference here is that I think you guys are actually going to be approached a lot. With the King of Wands coming in, I feel like you guys are very sexy this year. Some of you guys have actually stepped into your sexual energy, stepped into your like sexual, powerful energy. Like, maybe you've done things to get in touch with your sexuality. Again, I'm on YouTube, so there's not, you know, I have to limit my speech a little bit because of the rules and the standards, and it's also for like teenagers or something that might stumble across a video or something. I don't want to, you know, freak anyone out or anything, or tell people things that they're not ready for. But like, I feel like you guys are doing stuff for your sexual energy. Like, I feel that you guys are exuding a very strong sexual energy. There's something about that. Or maybe you guys have, again, I wish I could go into specifics because I'm seeing specifics in my mind, but I can't. I have an 18 plus reading for what are their sexual fantasies. That some of that might tap into this energy on Patreon if you want to check that out. But yeah, I'm kind of limited here about what I can talk about, but I'm getting that you guys are very sexual right now, and there's something about you that is exuding a sexual attractiveness. And so I think a lot of people are drawn to that. I feel like people see you and they're like, oh my God, what does that person have going on? Or like, wow, how are they so attractive? Or like, oh, like you guys just give off a vibe. Like, I feel like when you walk into the room, like people turn and stare, or people are like, oh, or, you know, people are like, wow, she must be having great sex, or he must be having great sex. He must be getting, like, even if you're not, you're personally exuding this energy of sexuality that people are picking up on. And so it's like a lot of people want to, you know, date you for that reason. And I feel like you have a lot of offers. I feel like you guys have a lot of people interested in you. And some of you guys may have love coming in. We do have the Lovers. So I feel like there's two groups in this pile. People that for right now, they're going to be single and they just are like being single and enjoying it, and others who may honestly meet a soulmate this year or something like that, or may meet their husband, future spouse. But I feel like for the pile one, the group one, who is just going to be single and kind of playing the field, it's almost like people are going to be falling in love with you, and you guys are not going to be reciprocating as much. You guys are not going to be getting in your feels as much, to be honest. A lot of you guys are going to be inspiring those emotions in others, but as far as your emotions, like, you're just not, it's just not as much there, to be honest. I feel like you guys are so in love with the rest of your life, and if someone's not coming as like a 10 out of 10 out of 10, you're just not willing to settle, you know? And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you might have written down on a vision board or something. You guys might have written in a journal or something about the kind of person you wanted to manifest. And you might have been very specific about, like, I don't know, they have green eyes and they have red hair and they are tall and they, you know, have freckles or something. I don't know, but like, it's very specific. And it's almost like if the person doesn't come in and have freckles, you're not gonna be interested. If they don't have the red hair, you're not interested. You know what I mean? So it's like, you guys are, some people might call you picky, but I just feel like you guys have faith in your manifestation abilities, and you're like, I know I've done so many other things. I know I can bring in exactly what I want, and I'm just not willing to settle. For others of you, I do feel like you might have that love romance come in. And I'm just keep being told to shuffle this deck. So I'm going to shuffle it even though I didn't pre-pull with this deck. But let me see what the message is. But yeah, for others of you, you guys might be having that soulmate come in. You guys might be having the love of your life. Love who you are. That is so accurate. That's exactly what it is. Like, you guys just are in love with your life. We got you are limitless. And that's the thing. I feel like this year, it's almost like a self-love. It's almost like you're falling in love with your life, yourself. It's kind of like Rihanna. Like, you always see her and she's single and she doesn't seem like she's like lonely at all. She's like, I know she's been in a relationship like recently, but most of the time I feel like she gives off single vibes, and yet she seems so happy. Like, she seems like she's just doing so great, and you know, like, she's just not the type of girl that would be like, I need to get married. Okay, I'm gonna settle down with this person even though I don't like it. Like, I think she was even dating a billionaire and he did something she didn't like and she dumped him. Like, he was cute. Like, for a billionaire, oh my gosh, it was really cute. And so, you know, she just, like, her standards are like really high, and it's like, she's Rihanna, so she can have high standards. And I feel like that's the vibe. Like, it's like you guys are stepping into that Rihanna energy of like, I know that I don't need to settle. I know that I don't need to be with someone just because I'm panicking because like time is running out, or, you know, like, oh, I'm supposed to be in a relationship and my family's asking about it. Like, you just don't really care. You're so focused on other stuff. And I think part of the reason Rihanna's able to do that is because, you know, she has this glamorous life. She's like traveling. She writes her music. She does her fashion line. Like, you know, and it's like, I feel like you guys are going to be busy and doing stuff like that. You guys are going to be so in love with your day-to-day that I feel like a lot of people, they may want to have you make room for them in your life, but you're just not, you're just, you know, you're busy and you're focused on yourself, and not in a selfish way, but it's like you just don't really have room to add in someone unless they're really adding value to your life, unless they're really bringing so much to the table that you're like, ah, I love this, you know? So, okay, other cards we got, oh, I'm going to read these all upright. I always read this deck upright. So we got 3 of Pentacles, Judgment, the World, 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords, and 10 of Wands. So for some of you guys, I feel like you have had maybe a twin flame or someone you've been in separation with. And I feel like this is a year when you finally start really genuinely stop thinking about that person as much and start genuinely thinking about yourself. It's almost like for the longest time you thought that I'll never find love like that again. And it's almost like you felt dead, or you felt like 10 of Swords, like it's over for me. I'll never have that again. I'm living a shell of a life because I can't be with my person. And this year, I feel like that finally starts to lift because you guys are so focused with your life that it even though this isn't a career reading, your career is so on point this year. I feel like you guys are also, another thing is like busy. This is not a career where, even, you know, some people can have careers where they're making a lot of money, but there's a lot of downtime. Some people want that, you know, like some people want to have residual income where they don't work, but they're making a lot of money. But that's not what I'm getting for you guys. I'm getting that you guys are going to be busy and literally like up, you know, early and like working until the nighttime and like maybe going out after. Like, this is like busy energy. If you guys have been in hermit mode or kind of stuck inside the house, I know a lot of people with the lockdowns and stuff have been, but this is changing. I feel like you guys are going to be very active, like really active, really busy. Like, you're not going to have as much time to think about this person. And honestly, I think that you guys being active, being present and out in the world, and like going out to a bar, going to work, and you meet someone at work or something, and you meet, maybe some of you guys are going to be dealing with customers or something, I'm getting, and some of these customers are going to flirt with you, or I don't know, like I just feel like you're going to meet people a little bit through work, also through your social life. And so I feel like you're just gonna realize that like your ex, even if they are a soulmate, you can have multiple soulmates, and it's finally gonna click in your mind like, I don't need to be hung up on this person because there's other people like them, or there's other people even better than them. Sometimes the things we settle for, like when we're younger, when we age up, we never tolerate that, especially when we go through spiritual growth, which I feel like a lot of you guys have been going through. I feel like a lot of you guys have been coming out of a hermit mode period of deep thought and stuff. And so it's like, you guys are going to be, like, I feel like when you're in hermit, wait, what was I gonna say? When you guys are in hermit mode and stuff, it's like you've been doing the work, you know what I mean? And I think sometimes, like, I personally have met up with like a few people from high school that like DM'd me, you know, and would be like, hey, like, you're in my town or I'm in your town, can I take you out on a date? And they would be guys that I thought were cute and like had a crush on in high school, you know, and was like, oh yeah, definitely, and was super excited to go on these dates. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so excited. And then we'd meet up and I'd be like, oh my God, I would never date this person now. No offense to them, some of them are lovely, but just, you know, me having gone through a lot of spiritual growth and stuff, my standards are very different from what I thought was like cool when I was 17. And I think that goes for most people. The things you find attractive at 17 are different from what you find attractive at 25 or 28 or 31 or whatever age you guys are. And it's almost like some of you guys, if you met your twin flame today, you'd be like, no, you know, and you're holding on to this memory. And I feel like you're gonna have such attractive people who are attractive in every way, not just physically, but like their whole life is much more attractive, much more on point, and much more of an energetic match with you now, that you're actually going to be much more interested in these people, and you're just naturally going to kind of, gonna melt away. Like, what I'm seeing is, this is such a weird, and I don't know why spirit always gives me the goriest images and also causes me to like cut myself like while cooking right before I do readings, but sorry for you guys that always have to like hear about burns or cuts or a gory image. But I'm seeing an image, it's not too bad, but I'm seeing an image of like people who would get leeches back in the day. And so I know, or at least I heard this, I could be wrong, but that, so like the leeches, you have to wait until they're full of blood. You have to wait until they're done feeding. So like that, back in the day, it was like a medical procedure that obviously we know now is not a good one, but they would put leeches on their skin to suck out the bad blood. And anyway, if you take them off too early, like, it can be really traumatic because the leech it'll like stay latched on or whatever. Something like that, or like a tick or something, you know, and then once they've got enough blood, they just naturally fall off. And I feel like for so long, you guys have had this like energetic leech or energetic tick attached to you and sucking your blood. And now it's just like, you guys probably thought that it was like, okay, this is going to be for life. I'll just accept it. It's annoying. I just have this leech on me all the time, but I can't do anything about it. I've tried. I can't get away. And that's that. And it's like suddenly this year, I feel like it just drops off. I'm seeing like a leech just dropping off someone's skin. Like, it's had enough blood and now it's gone. And it's like, I feel like you guys are going to be kind of shocked. Like, how did this happen so easily? Maybe it's been years, maybe it's been a while since this twin flame was happening and you felt like you could never escape these feelings. And I feel like you guys are going to be blown away by how easy it happens and how quick your emotions change and how quick you're like suddenly focused on these other people. And I don't even think, for some of you guys, this is not like your true love soulmate. So it's kind of a relief because it doesn't even need to be that. Maybe you thought that the only way you could ever move on would be if you met another soulmate, but it's like, you're going to realize that actually you can move on regardless. You know, you don't need to wait for your soulmate to come in. You're going to have, I feel like spirit is ready. You grew through this connection. There was something about this connection that needed to stay in your life for so long. Maybe it was this connection that drove you to go into that hermit mode I was talking about and have a dark night of the soul and do a lot of spiritual work. I don't know, but I feel like, or I'm also hearing for some of you guys, this soulmate twin flame was very protective and you guys were going through a lot of negative energy elsewhere in your life and you needed to be tapped into this twin flame soulmate. So even though it's kind of like one of those parasites or something that also benefits the person, or like, you know how like I'm seeing like, they have hippos or rhinos or whatever, and they'll open their mouth and like a bird will go in and pluck out like the extra like fish or residue or whatever, and it benefits them by cleaning their teeth, but it's also taking their food. But it's like, it's one of those, like I keep seeing all these images of like parasite type things, and it's like it benefited you a lot in some ways, but now you guys are at a different place and you've solved whatever this was that you needed to get away from or you needed to fix in your life, and now you have the space for genuinely what you want to come in. And I feel like now it's like something that you've been struggling with for years, it's going to be like easy. It's going to be like, oh. And I honestly feel like you guys are going to have so many offers with the 7 of Wands. Like, to me, that's just, I feel like, this card can mean other things, but to me, I'm getting like, you're going to have all these offers, all these wands. And wands are representative of something in tarot that is sexual in nature. You can imagine what a wand looks like. So I feel like you guys are going to have so many, and wands is fire signs. So, I mean, it does have to do with sex and romance. And so it's like, I feel like you guys are going to have so many romantic offers, so many people that want to be with you. Again, also 10 of Wands. So talk about being overwhelmed by offers. It's almost like you guys are going to be fighting off some of these suitors. You're going to have so many people into you, and you're just, it's almost like people might say you're judgmental, or like, but you kind of are going to be, but not in a bad way. I mean, the Judgment card is actually pretty much, I think of it as a positive card, as like, but it talks about the need to use judgment and discretion and look at things closely. And I feel like that's what you guys are naturally doing. So some people might try to make you feel guilty of like, oh, well, you're so judgmental. But it's like, no, I just know what I want and I'm not willing to settle. So we got love yourself first. Express your love and give your relationship a chance. So love yourself first. That's exactly what I'm talking about, this energy. Like, so many of the cards talk about that, where this is like self-love. You guys are emanating this self-love. And we got the description I love. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that's very true. People can tell right now that you're glowed up and that they need to come correct if they're trying to date you. This is not an energy of you guys being like, well, they're not what I want, but I'm kind of lonely, so I guess I'll go. It's like you might have a prince asking you out and you're like, no. Like, I'm hearing that thing that Meghan Markle said that she asked before the date with Prince Harry, where she asked the person like, is he kind or whatever? And it's like, would you really have turned down a date with Prince Harry? I'd go even if he was a douche, just to tell the story, but that's me. But anyway. But it's like, she was being picky because she knew she's a very attractive woman. And so she was like, I don't need to settle. Even if you're a Prince Harry, I'm fine doing myself, living my life, making money on my show, So it's kind of like that, where you guys are coming into this very empowered. You guys are coming into it radiating an energy of like, I don't care what you think. I want what I want. Even if someone else would be blown away, like, oh, you're turning down a date from them, but you're crazy. You're going to be like, no, I know what I want, and that's not it. And I feel like you guys are just getting so many offers. I feel like so many people have a crush on you this year, honestly, you guys. This might be another reason why, one thing I've learned is, and what I'm hearing in my mind also, is the timelines don't apply for everyone. So I feel like for some of you guys, you might be in a panic over like, I'm turning this age and people aren't, and like, I'm not married and all my friends are having kids. And it's like, the timeline doesn't necessarily apply to you guys. I mean, I have grandmothers. First of all, I think there's a lot of misinformation about women's fertility, because I have grandmothers that both of them had kids in their 40s, naturally, obviously, not IVF, because it wasn't around back then. And my mom, had kids in her very late 30s, and she was getting pregnant like that. So, I mean, my point is there's a lot of people that, have kids later, get married later, and you never know what's going to happen. I mean, you could be single and then suddenly you meet someone and in 6 months you're married, or you get married in a week in Vegas and have kids the next month. Obviously you'd have to get pregnant first, but like, you get pregnant the next month. So it's like, I'm hearing that for some of you guys, you know, people might be trying to put pressure on you or trying to make you feel like you don't have enough time. And it's like Spirit wants you guys to know that you have plenty of time and that you guys might have a different timeline. Some of you guys are more youthful than other people, and you guys might be healthier. You might look more youthful. You might look under your age. And if you do, I actually read that people's facial age is actually a really good indicator of their actual biological age in terms of, so like there's like your real age, like your birth date age, and then there's your like physical age of like the condition of your body, and they can measure that based on like, I don't know, heart rate and blood pressure and a bunch of different things, but they can measure that. And then there's your facial age, so like the age that most people guess that you are. And they found that like for people who look, you know, 5 years younger, a lot of times biologically speaking, their body is 5 years younger. And a lot of people who are, you know, look a lot older, biologically speaking, they are a lot older. You know, like they might be 35, but they look 40. And like when they measure their biological age, they're like 40, you know, their age of their body or whatever. So I feel like for you guys, some of you guys might be worried about like, I'm afraid that I'm aging, or I'm afraid, and I'm just hearing like, don't look at other people's timelines as an indicator of what you should do, because what you have and what they have is not necessarily the same thing. And there's a lot of like, there's the physical rules that we all pay attention to, and a lot of those are true. Like you're supposed to eat, you know, healthily, you're supposed to not be eating fast food and junk. But, you know, especially with the Magician, with you guys are master manifestors, you guys are good at this. I wouldn't be panicking about like, I'm supposed to get this done right now, because it's like, Spirit might have other plans. And you know, you can, there's like biological rules in the natural world, but then there's spiritual rules, you know what I mean? And sometimes we get so caught up on like the natural laws of like, oh, if I do this, this will happen. You know, for me, like when I went through a spiritual ascension, I randomly lost like 5 pounds or 10, maybe even 10, I don't know, but like I just was like, what the heck's going on? I thought it was really strange, and my metabolism just randomly changed, and it's been the same ever since, and I just didn't really change anything other than that. And like I was eating the same thing, but like I just randomly lost that kind of 5 pounds that like just, you know, it wasn't like a huge amount of weight, but like it was strange. And so my point is like there's a lot of stuff going on in the supernatural realm that people don't know about when they do like science. You know what I mean? I know I'm probably people are gonna be mad at me for saying that, but like that's the truth. So we also got a mindful group think, eye of the needle, intentionality, dust dive, moving out of stagnation, and woodwives, adaptability. So for a lot of you guys, you're going to be on a lot of people's minds. A lot of people are going to be thinking of you. A lot of people are going to be asking about you. A lot of people are going to be wondering about you and asking you out. It's almost like I'm surprised we didn't get the star card, because you guys are kind of going to be a little bit of a star. I feel like there's going to be so many people, honestly, that step forward with offers for you guys. For some of you guys, I feel like you have really been holed up and like just in your own energy, and you might have been looking real cute, but you were looking real cute at home in like your bathrobe. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if people didn't really have the opportunity to step towards you and present an offer anyway, and it's like now suddenly you're out open to the world, and I feel like you're going to be surprised by the amount of attention you get, and you guys are going to be surprised by how many people are interested in you. Also with Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation, I feel like that's what we talked about like you guys, I feel, have been like stuck on this ex or kind of stuck at home, and it hasn't been that much activity, and suddenly this is very active, like things coming in and happening really quick. And I just think, again, with Eye of the Needle, it's like, think about how you want to manifest, think about what you want to manifest, because I also feel like your manifestation abilities are on point right now. So we also got commitment, career, manifestation, and boundaries. So more manifestation. So it's like for some of you guys, you may be improving your manifestation stuff. Maybe you guys have been working on manifestation stuff, but it's becoming even more on point, and you're becoming very precise about what you want. Maybe for some of you guys in the past, you did work on manifestation and you made a vision board with like, I want a guy who has darker skin and dark hair, and he's, you know, this height, and he's, you know, works in this career. Like, I don't know, but I feel like it's gonna be like that exact person comes through for some of you guys. If you wrote it down, it's gonna happen. You might have forgotten that you wrote like that you wanted to date a guy who works in selling exotic cars. I don't know, something. I'm just making stuff up. And then randomly that person comes to you, or you might have forgotten that you said you wanted to date a guy with curly hair and who was 6'3", and then that exact, and like I said, like, I don't know, a cleft chin and high cheekbones, and, you know, like, you're just like, oh, and then like you find an old journal and you're like, I'm dating this exact guy, what the heck. Like, it might be kind of weird, because stuff like that does happen when you're specific with your manifestations. It will come in for better or worse. And so I feel like that's something that some of you guys already did that, and you're going to see that play out, and for others of you, you're going to be thinking about that. Yeah, and it's almost like you guys have your boundaries up with these people. You guys are like not down for just, you know, what, like, I keep hearing what other people would tolerate or what other people would like. You guys are just not interested. You guys are so glowed up, and you're not willing to tolerate anything less than the best. So I'm gonna try to do this reading before it gets dark. So we got flourish, hidden depths, solitude. Oh, that's too much. Okay, so yeah, so some of you guys, I feel, have been spending a lot of time in solitude, and to a certain extent I see that continuing on. I feel like you guys, again, it's just like you guys are not fully wanting to fully couple up with someone until it's the right person. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just desperate for that relationship, and they just want someone to sit on the couch with and watch Netflix with, and, you know, just, yeah, like, go out to eat with. And that's not your energy. I feel like you guys are very happy with yourselves. You enjoy spending time alone. You are happy to watch Netflix on your own, and, like, you know, it doesn't bother you, like, genuinely. And so it's like, you're not desperate. You're not coming into it desperately. I still feel like you guys are going to spend time alone, but it's like, when you go out now, you're going to have a lot more offers. You're going to have a lot of people interested in you. And I think a lot of your time, if you have been spending a lot of time alone, you're definitely going to be much more out in the world. It's just like, I feel like you're not going to be attached to the hip with whoever this is, whether it even is a soulmate or you're just dating around. Regardless, you're not going to be like having this person move in and just spending every waking moment with them, and, like, you know, like, never leaving their place or them never leaving your place. It's not going to be that kind of relationship, because I feel like you guys are just very independent. You're very much in your Empress energy, but this is such a fun time for you with flourish. Like, it's like you guys are just kind of having a blast at this time. So I turned on the light, you guys, because it's just dark so early. I can't believe it. But so you guys are just having a blast. Like, I feel like this time for you guys, it's just so positive. It's just a lot of fun. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be going around, going out, meeting people. You're going to be, you know, getting offers. I feel like you guys, that's another thing that's coming in really strong, is getting offers. Like, I feel like people are going to be wanting to date you and stepping forward, because sometimes you can want to date someone but, like, be too intimidated to approach or be afraid to step forward. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like for you guys, these people are actually, like, showing themselves, and I feel like you guys are continuing this journey to your hidden depths, into your soul. But you guys have been on that tip for a while, and it's continuing. You might be like, I am ready for this dark night of the soul to end and to be over, but it's still going on. But it's not, I think you guys are stepping out of it. It's just like this kind of spiritual work never really ends. You guys are still in that growth period, but it's like you guys have so leveled up. You guys are already at such a high ascended level that I think it's a lot, it's not painful like it was in the past where there was a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff that you guys had to undo from like deep-rooted family stuff and deep-rooted soulmate stuff and past life energy and craziness. Like you guys had to do so much work with that, and it was painful and it was hard, and that is over. But you know, there's still a little bit of work to be done, but it's like you guys are mostly like, it's almost like you're like a second semester senior, you know, how they just like chill and they don't really do as much. Like they just, because they already, like they still have to do some homework, but they're pretty much done. Like at least in the US, second semester seniors basically means that you already got into your college because you apply first half of senior year. So you apply during the fall of senior year. Then winter, you know, break happens or whatever. And by that point, everyone knows who got into college. Everyone got into their college. Pretty much everyone's already knows where they're going. Especially, I think you get those letters in like spring, I think. Like early spring, winter is when pretty much you get the final notices. So by the time, like, you know, by the time the second semester, aka the spring semester, rolls around, pretty much everyone's already sorted, and they don't care at all like what happens. They don't care if they failed a class. Well, you don't want to fail because that can like mess up your college thing, but as long as you get like a C or a B, like a lot of people, they do not care at all. So, you know, that's when kids are skipping class. That's when they're kind of doing whatever they want, and that's the energy. Not that you guys are skipping class, but that you guys aren't as stressed out. This isn't like the painful part of school where you have to like push yourself to the end. This is like you guys have coasted. You guys can kind of coast. You're still doing some homework, you're still doing some assignments, but it's way easier. So we got spring equinox, rebirth, cave sanctuary, and mountain strength for our final cards. So spring equinox, you know, it's like this is just a rebirth for you guys. This is like you guys have been stuck in this stagnant energy for so long, and you're finally coming out of it. I'm so excited for you guys. This is like a rebirth, a new fresh start. This is a new chance at life. I almost feel like you guys are going to feel young again. If you have felt like beaten down by life or old or kind of like, this is so like, this has been so hard, you know, with this dark night of the soul. It's like you guys are going to be reinvigorated, and stuff that's going to happen to you. I feel like it's almost like you're a kid again, or like, you know how like Katy Perry wrote Teenage Dream, and I think that song is about like how like experiencing a love that's like as impactful as when you're a teenager and you have a crush on someone, and it's your first love, and it's just so amazing. Like that's almost the energy. Like I feel like even though you're not with a soulmate necessarily right now, although some of you might be, you guys are just having so much fun with who you're dating, with your life, with your friends, that it's just a blast. So, and cave sanctuary, that's kind of what I was talking about. You might be spending a little time alone, but I think that it's a lot better than it was. You know, it's a lot more fun than it was. Yeah, so I think that's about, is there anything else you want me to say? I think Spirit is just telling me that they want you guys to, you know, put yourself out there more. Go out there. If you're like, I don't want to go out or whatever, I just want to spend time alone, like Spirit's going to kind of poke and prod you into like getting yourself out there, actually experiencing things, because I feel like you guys are going to really enjoy it, and it's going to be really amazing for you guys, and actually it's going to bring you guys a ton of joy. And I think this is going to be a fun year, but you guys have got to choose to put yourselves out there and actually choose, you know, if someone invites you out, you actually go with them and everything. So I think that's all the messages I have for pile one. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, a like as well if it resonated, and you can check out my Patreon if you guys want to see my videos over there. I have a ton of videos, so check those out and more to come. So if you guys want to join us over there, go ahead, and yeah, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and thank you guys so much again for all the sweet messages you left me. It really touched me. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey everyone, so if you guys picked this crab sushi, this is going to be your reading. I apologize if it's kind of hard to see in this light, but I have to use artificial light, but it looks super good, especially if you like crab. I also want to mention really briefly that I reached 10,000 subscribers this week, and so many of you guys wrote me the loveliest, nicest messages. I didn't even announce it, I hit that, but so many of you guys noticed and just left me the nicest comments, and I'm just convinced I have the best community on YouTube. You guys are so nice, and it meant the world to me. I was actually having a pretty rough week, and so a lot of those comments just meant so much. So thank you guys, really from the bottom of my heart. And if you guys haven't subscribed, I post these kinds of videos all the time, so if you want to join our little party, you can. But I really just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to all of you guys who wrote me something. It was so kind and just meant the world to me. So thank you guys. And anyway, let's get into now 2022. Let's focus on you guys. But thank you guys so much. So with that being said, we got the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Devil, King of Swords, the World, Knight of Swords, Hanged Man, King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Page of Wands, and finally the Lovers. And I actually pulled the Lovers when I asked Spirit to clarify, because there were some conflicting cards after this that you guys will see, and we got the Lovers. So I mean, let me channel all the stuff, because I feel like you guys are having a very impactful year. So I feel like for some of you guys, it's almost like it's been a while where you guys have been hung up on an ex. You guys have been thinking about someone from your past, or maybe a crush, maybe it was a twin flame or a soulmate, but it was like someone from your past that you guys have been thinking of. And I feel like for so many of you guys, this attachment is going to go away, and you guys are going to have someone new coming in. I feel like this person may be someone that really wants to take care of you. With the Six of Pentacles, they might be wanting to financially provide for you, or just be like, if you're, you know, a woman dating a man, like a real gentleman, and want to pay for dates or whatever. I almost feel like there is a reticence on your part to like accepting that, where like you might have felt like in the past, like you never had a relationship like that, and you would almost be like, oh, I don't want anyone to pay for me, or I don't want anyone to help me with that. I'm almost feeling like this person is coming in to help you, and they're coming into like it's almost like you guys are linked up on the astral realm, and this person has been appointed to come in and help you with something, which is a really interesting message. But I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you've been wanting or needing help for a while, and Spirit is putting this person in your life to send you help. So it may be that financially they're bringing something to the table, because we do see a lot of cards indicating that they are wealthy, or that they'll be providing wealth for you. Or, you know, I don't know, maybe they could help you mentally or something like that. I do feel like this person is highly intelligent and probably very well spoken. Also, that they're a bit of a charmer. Like, I feel like they know what to say. And one thing I like about them is I feel like they're going to come correct. Like, I feel like when they approach you, you know, they're not going to come in with like a cheesy pickup line, or kind of, you know, when someone hits on you, but it's like they're kind of rude about it, or they're kind of not the most polite. Like for me, that's a turn off. I like politeness, but to each your own. Some people like kind of a little rudeness or whatever, being treated badly somehow, like they like that spiciness. But I feel like your person, they're going to come correct. They are going to know what to say. I feel like when they approach you, they're going to be very upfront and honest about their feelings. Like, I don't feel like this person is going to be, you know, so much of the time I feel like in modern relationships, there's like a period at the beginning when both sides are trying to not to show their emotions, and, you know, it's kind of game playing. It's kind of like one person's trying to hold back and try to feel the other out, and then there's miscommunication, and it's just like that's how like 90% of this emotional or relationship mess happens. I feel is like it's like someone just doesn't want to be honest about how they're feeling, and neither side wants to, and it's just a disaster. And I feel like your person, I like that they are coming in very honestly from the start about like, I want to be with you, and I want to help you, and I want to take care of you. They are not beating around the bush. They are coming in and being very upfront about their intentions, and they're coming in kind of hot. Like, they are not they're not hiding their intentions towards you. I think that it's almost like I said, I feel like this person is almost like they're coming in with urgency. You know what I mean? It's almost like they're a soldier or something that has been dispatched to like go and help you, and they're not playing games. Like I feel like in the past you might have dealt with people that played games or kept you on a hook or were very dishonest, and I feel like this person is coming in to set things straight for you. And it's kind of like if you're, you know, a soldier who's going, like say a soldier was appointed to like go help a village fight something or something. I don't know, I'm thinking of like medieval stories and stuff. So you know, back in those ages, like, and then say someone tried to stop to talk to them, or, you know, offer to sell them something, they'd be like, absolutely not. I have a mission. I have a task. I don't care. I don't want to talk to you. I'm on this task. And I feel like it's almost like this person is very dedicated to you, very dedicated to this task of helping you somehow. And they're not going to be like put off in the way that a lot of people would, because I feel like so much of the time with modern dating and stuff, it's like one person says one wrong thing, or you know, has some difference of opinion or something, and it's like, okay, I lose all interest. And your person is coming in very dedicated, very set on that they want to be with you, and so it's like nothing can put them off. I feel like you guys might travel, or this person might be from a different part of the world or a different culture or something, but it's like, I feel like this relationship really opens your eyes, broadens your horizons. Like I feel like if you've been stuck in a rut, this person helps take you out of it, you know, helps you experience new things, helps you, if it's like you haven't been going out a lot because you've been stuck at home, it's like they're the type who will, you know, make you go out to the restaurant with them and make you try a new dish that you'd never had. So they're coming in as being very good for your experiences in this world and opening you up to like a new realm. I feel like a main thing that this person brings to your life is that they take your thoughts off your ex, because for so many of you guys, I feel like you're very much still attached to that ex, and it's like this person comes in to release that from your life. This person comes in to make you realize that you might deserve better and can get better. I think so much of the time we get hung up on someone from our past and we don't even realize that like there's plenty of other options, or like spirit has a million options for us. It's kind of like if you live somewhere, you might love it, but it's kind of like when you go on vacation. I feel like so many people have that experience of like, oh, I would love to live here, you know, but you would never be like, well, I had a good home, you know, in Oklahoma, nothing against Oklahoma, but like I liked my home there, so I would never want to move to France. I could never imagine moving to Italy or something. Like, of course, even if you love where you live, you're going to be open to, you know, those new experiences. And I almost feel like some of you guys are very hung up on the past because it's like all you knew, or you never thought someone could love you like your ex did, or you never thought you'd have that same connection. And your person is coming in to help you release that and to change this and give you guys a fresh perspective in your life. So I feel like they're coming in, you know, like I said, with a lot of urgency is what I keep getting from this. Is like they are very dedicated to this. It's like it's like a rocket, you know what I mean, headed right for the target. So let's get more cards for you guys. So we got the Star. See, this is when you guys will see from this pile. 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Lovers. We got the King of Wands, Page of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So this whole first deck, like I was like, what the heck? So to me, this says that once you guys have released this ex, this relationship is hugely gratifying for you guys. With the 2 of Cups and the Lovers, when those come out together, it really often indicates a soulmate type of relationship, a deep, deep connection, not just a flash in the pan. But at the same time, you guys have a ton of wands, literally Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. So this is a very sexual connection as well. This is a connection where I feel like you guys will be the type to be like locked up in the bedroom for days, just never wanting to leave, never wanting to see anyone else, and just laying in bed together. Like, this is going to be a very intense sexual relationship. You guys are going to be obsessed with each other, and I feel like it's almost like this has been a long time coming for you guys. You guys have had, some of you guys have been kind of in hermit mode, or been shut away, or just been feeling very dejected, or been feeling very like, well, it's never going to change. That's just how it goes, and I'm just going to be hung up on my ex. And this person is coming in to be like, no, babe, no. I have so much, the universe has so much more in store for you. I feel like this just relationship just reinvigorates you. Like, when this comes in, it's like you're going to think about your ex and be like, why was I ever paying attention to that person? Again, I feel like for a lot of you guys, the person that's coming in is pretty wealthy and well off, and they are going to want to really financially take care of you and expose you guys to a new way of living. I'm almost getting like, maybe you guys haven't, had a certain type of clothing, and they will buy you a really expensive brand. Or maybe you guys are used to eating at a fast food restaurant, or just home cooking everything, and suddenly they want to take you out for like 4-star, 5-star meals. But I feel like it's going to expose you. You guys are going to learn so much from this relationship. I feel like you guys glow up. Like, the person you're going to be at the end of this relationship is not going to be the person that you are at the beginning. AKA, like, I feel like you're going to be in for just a whole lot of growth, a whole lot of changes mentally. And it's almost like you become a lot more sophisticated, a lot more aware of the world. Like, again, if you haven't traveled, you guys might be traveling, and it might be a situation where, you're one of those people that's like, oh, on our last trip to Greece, or like, oh, well, you have to try the, you have to try the escargot in France, or you have to try a certain dish from South America. Oh, you should go in person because it's really nothing like the local cuisine. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh my God, how did this person know? How does this person travel to so many places? Or how are they so sophisticated? Because I feel like this person that's coming in, they're very sophisticated, and they aren't gonna, like, no offense to you guys, but it's like they're not gonna be down to like go to, if you guys go to fast food or whatever, they're not gonna be down for it. Like, they're gonna be very particular about liking what they like. And like, I feel like they have expensive taste, and so they're going to want to, like, not, they might go a couple times to like your local favorite place to like compromise with you, but for the most part, they're going to be wanting to go to their like nice expensive restaurant, and they don't mind paying. So yeah, they're exposing you guys to like a whole new lifestyle. Like, I feel like there's an element of a lot of glamour to this, but at the same time, I feel like it's almost like just the two of you. Like, I feel like you guys really enjoy spending time together. Your person really enjoys spending time with you. With the star, like, they see you as really special. I'm getting, for some of you guys, this person might be older than you, and it's like they just see you as so beautiful. They see your body as so beautiful and so perfect. So take what resonates and leave the rest. It could be, if you're like, oh, I only date really younger, then like, could be, younger, I don't know. But that's just what I'm seeing, is someone who's very like, their energy is older in the sense that they know a lot. Like, it could be a young person who's really smart, or who has grown up with a lot of money, and so they have like expensive taste, and they have their favorite brand of caviar, and they have their favorite like high-end brand of champagne, and they just grew up in that world or something. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, this person might be older and they've had time to develop that, but they have a ton of attraction to you guys. Yeah, they have a ton of attraction for you guys. And I feel like something that is really nice is I also feel like they're willing to commit. Like, they're not just coming in to sleep with you. We got a bunch of cups cards. We got the Page of Cups, and we got it twice. Yep. So it's like they are bringing their emotions to you. You know, their emotions are in this. I feel like they are primarily very attracted to you, but it's like, I don't feel like they're looking for hit it and quit it. I feel like they are looking for their emotion. They want to, like, you know, have a lazy Sunday with you and have a routine with you and have a, like, you know, your favorite restaurant type place or your favorite song or we always go to this spot kind of vibe. You know how couples will say that, like, oh, well, we love to, you know, drive around on Saturdays and like explore antiques shows or something like that. Like, it will be like you guys have like certain couples things. So it's definitely not a relationship that's just, you know, like I said, hit it and quit it type of vibe. I feel like they are bringing a lot of their emotions into this. So let's go into more of the cards. We got release your ex, attraction, worth waiting for, free yourself, and passion. So much of these cards are about releasing that ex situation. And I feel like that is going to happen naturally as a result of this person coming in. I don't feel like it's going to be one of those traumatic releasing your ex situations where sometimes, you know, you really got to sever those cords and it might take a lot of work and it's really painful. Or sometimes a lot of those releasing your exes will happen as a natural consequence of spirit making you aware of certain information, like, oh my God, I didn't realize this person got married, or I didn't realize that they cheated on me when we were together, and you find something out and it kind of clicks things together and it allows you to release, but it's painful. But I don't feel like that's going to happen. I don't feel like it's going to be painful. I feel like because this new person comes into your life, you guys are just naturally not thinking about your ex as much, and you do compare them, but like your person always comes out better. This new person always is going to come out on top when compared to your ex, because they are just bringing a lot more to the table. I feel like for some of you guys, your ex was very confused themselves, like they didn't know what to do, and they never really treated you guys with the respect and love that you deserve. And I feel like that might be why spirit is bringing this person into your life, is so that they can treat you guys right and make you realize that you do deserve so much. We got worth waiting for, and so to me this says that your person and your relationship, it's been a long time coming, and I honestly feel like this is something spirit has orchestrated. I feel like spirit is on the other side, like directing. I keep getting like military images in my mind, and it's like your person has been directed, because, you know, in a war or just with like armed forces and stuff, I don't know everything, but I do know that there's like soldiers or infantrymen, and then they're kind of at the bottom, and then there's like the rank of like lieutenant, colonel, and general. And I feel like your person, it's like they are one of those soldiers kind of at the bottom who has to go in directly to the fight, but they've been directed by spirit. Spirit has been directly saying, like, you got to get in there, you know, you got to take care of this. And so it's like your person feels like they are on a mission to come and help you. It feels like they are, you know, giving it their all. They are coming into it super strong. And I feel like for you guys, this really frees you from your past obsession with your ex, from your past preoccupation with them, where you might have had a hard time redirecting your thoughts and getting to a place where you could just kind of live and be open to relationships. But this is coming in with so much attraction and passion that it's like you're not even tempted. You're just naturally, it's kind of like in this, if like the gate, so this is a picture of a unicorn in a pen, and if naturally the gate just opened, instead of them having to rescue the unicorn and like come in and like grab it and like, you know, being chaotic, it's like the gate just opens and you're just like, oh, I can leave. Oh, okay, that's easy. But this person's coming in with a lot of attraction and passion for you. I feel like they really, really like you guys. They're very turned on by you guys. Something about your body, about your figure, about even your voice, I'm hearing, like they are going to be very attracted to the way you guys speak and the way, like the kind of language you guys use. Again, it may be a foreign language or something where they're from another country or culture and they like your accent, you know, or whatever. I don't know. So we also got joyful muse, inspiration, skywriting the fates, first breath, beginner's mind, will-o'-the-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows, and dream thief, refusal of the call. So I feel like there's so many cards here that relate to like the call or the fates. Like it's like this, again, I keep getting it's been anointed and directed by spirit. Like you guys might have a soul contract with this person, and you guys might have arranged this and decided on this on the other side to meet up in this realm and help each other out, because it just is coming through so strong as something that was decided a long time ago or even recently, but it's very fated. It's very spiritually determined. It's very supposed to happen. You know what I mean? And so I feel like for you guys, this feels like almost like a first love. Like I feel like there's going to be so many firsts in your relationship. I feel like some of you guys, you know, like I said, you'll never have been to these kinds of restaurants. You'll never have driven in the kind of car they drive. Or if they're from a different culture, you might have never had the kind of food that they like to eat. Or they might be from your same culture, but they're like, oh, have you ever tried like Indonesian food? Or have you ever tried, I don't know, like Ethiopian food or whatever? Like might just be stuff that you know hadn't tried before, and it's like you're being exposed to it because again, this person's very sophisticated. It may be like taking you out to art museums, taking you guys to again, I just feel like this person, they have the vibe of someone who is so sophisticated and who is very cultured. Like I feel like they have a lot of culture and a lot of intelligence. I feel like this person is the type to go out to art museums or to go to like poetry readings or something. They might collect art or something, but they just are coming across as very intelligent and very cultured. And I feel like they're coming in to help, again, save you guys. Again, it may be financially. Some of you guys might need financial help, and this person will come in to give you guys money to pay your bills. I don't know, because I keep getting it's like a rescue mission. So we also got go outside, journey, lost and found, healing, and friendship. So this relationship is very healing for you guys. And I honestly feel like for some of you guys, this person is coming across as your best friend. Like I feel like I keep getting images. I don't know what this is, but I keep getting this same image of a couple in like a convertible or something, like a blue convertible, driving down some country roads in like, I don't know. It looks kind of like Virginia or something, but like it's like green outside, driving down a country road together and stopping at like an antique store. So I don't know, it's so specific, but you know, you guys don't have to live in Virginia or anything, but it's like, I'm just seeing like a green rolling hills and I'm like, oh, it kind of looks like Virginia, I guess. But I just keep seeing the same image, and I feel like you guys are going to share a lot of the same interests, and it's like you guys enjoy spending time together, you know? You guys aren't just attracted to each other, although that is very present, but there's a lot of friendship. There's a lot of just having fun and enjoying the same stuff. Like I feel like, even though I was saying like, I feel like your person won't necessarily be as down for if you're like, well, I always go to this place and it's a little hot dog stand or something, and they're like, no, I like the bougie stuff. So you're not going to have that in common, but I feel like so much else you are going to have in common, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to really like the stuff they like. You're actually going to have the same taste. It's just that they're not going to be as open to some of the, maybe you guys have been eating places to save money. Maybe you guys have been pinching pennies or something, and they're just not into that kind of lifestyle. Like they just don't like it. So I feel like if they are with you guys, they are going to want to take you out to the nice restaurants, want to give you guys a really nice life. But I think that's going to be really positive for you, and you're going to really enjoy it. But I feel like so much of this was fated, and so many of you guys, you know, this is going to bring something back from you guys that you guys felt like you'd lost. Like you may have felt so hung up on this ex, or you may have even felt like, oh, I wasted so much time. You know, I wasted this amount of time in my life and now I'm not going to find a partner. Or, you know, you just may have felt really adrift, kind of lost at sea. Like this relationship took something from you and you didn't have now the confidence, or you didn't have, the clarity that you needed. And I feel like this relationship is going to bring so much back to you. It's almost like this was all fated. It was all supposed to happen, and this was how you were supposed to end up. Yeah, and I feel like for some of you guys, maybe they are outdoorsy, or maybe you guys just like, I think your person really likes doing things. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's almost like they might drag you out of the house a little. You might be like, no, I'm used to going to these places, or I like to just be at home, but they like to like go out and do stuff. I feel like they have their certain favorite restaurants where they are like the VIP, and people like are like, oh, Mr. Jones is here or something, or Ms. Jones is here. But it's like they are going to be, they're going to be introducing you to all that and kind of bringing you out more into the world. So other cards we got for this year, 2022, forgiveness, clarity, talent, and courage. So this is you guys getting a lot of clarity and maybe forgiving your ex that you guys were hung up on. Maybe you guys just won't care as much about, you know, the things they may have done, because you guys are stepping forward into this beautiful new relationship. And it's almost like spirit knows that you guys are scared, and so they brought someone, I feel like, who's a little bit unshakable. Like you might have some go-to techniques to kind of push people away, like, you know, when it gets too emotionally close, I just sabotage things by doing XYZ. And it's like, it's not going to work on this person. They are very dedicated to coming towards you. They are very courageous with this, and it doesn't bother them. Like, I feel like for other people, they may be bothered that you guys are hung up on someone, and they just don't care. They kind of go for what they want, and it doesn't bother them if you guys are temporarily thinking of someone else, because they know that they have the power to change this. They're very confident in themselves, and I feel like it's for a reason, because I do feel like they bring a lot to the table, and it's like a lot of people probably would want to date this person or would want to be with them, and they've had other people interested in them, but they know what they want and they're very particular, so they're not really interested. With the star and talent coming out, I feel like your person just views you as like this star. I feel like some of you guys may be really good dancers or graceful, or again, have a very beautiful body that this person appreciates. And for others, I feel like this relationship kind of gives you the talent, or excuse me, not the talent, but the courage to step forward into the limelight in some way. So maybe you guys were nervous about posting something online, or I don't know, auditioning for something, or trying out, or you've been kind of just, you know, shirking back from the world, not really wanting to put yourselves out there. And this relationship helps you realize that you actually bring so much to the table. And just because someone may not have seen that, maybe your ex didn't appreciate it, but that's their loss. As I always like to say, not everyone likes caviar, and that's the perfect reading. That's the perfect comparison for this reading in particular, because you guys really might be eating caviar. And I also think it's funny you guys got the crab leg, because crab legs are also really expensive. So I was like, oh, I bet they'll be eating crab legs or something like that. Because I feel like your person, again, they're going to provide for you a lot, and they're going to want that luxury aspect. But, you know, not everyone appreciates the beauty of certain things. Like Dita Von T said, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and not everyone likes peaches. And that's so true. So the thing is I feel like maybe some of you guys took a confidence knock because of this ex that you had, and you guys will be stepping forward into this relationship, and it will really make you guys realize your own potential, realize how much you guys bring to the table and how desirable you guys are. Because for some of you guys, this person knocked your confidence with your desirability. Like they made you feel like, I'm not that great, or people don't really think I'm that attractive, or I'm not as pretty as her, or something like that. And it's like your person is coming in to be like, oh, no. So final cards we got: do something for someone, have faith, and ask for help. So again, so many cards you can see about your person helping, doing something for you. Like I feel like they just, I don't know, they just want to help you guys out a lot. They want to do stuff for you. They want to improve your life. They want to give to you, which is really nice, because a lot of times, you know, people can be selfish in relationships, but they are coming in as super generous towards you. Like I'm almost hearing benefactor in my mind. So some of you guys, this person may be giving you money. It may be like they give you a certain amount of money per month. but they definitely want to help you guys out. They definitely have been sent here, I feel like, by Spirit to improve your life in some way and to change it and upgrade it. I'm hearing that line from Beyonce where she says, "Let me upgrade you." So it's like they're coming into, and I'm hearing the song by Iggy Azalea where she says, what is it? Change your life. And she says, once you go great, you never go good, you never go back, even if you could. So it's like, you're going to suddenly be exposed to like this different life, this more glamorous life. And I feel like you guys are going to take to it like a duck to water. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, I hate this. Oh, this is gross. You're going to be like, delicious. Oh, I love this like 5-course weird modernist meal with like the sea foam and then the crushed up deconstructed food, and like, but you're gonna like it. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, I just want like my food from 7-Eleven back. You're gonna be like into it. So I feel like, yeah, I think Spirit wants you guys to think positively, not be so hung up on this ex, and know that you guys will have this beautiful relationship coming in for you, and people that really want to take care of you and want to help you guys out. And that's what you guys deserve. So you shouldn't be settling for less or thinking about someone that doesn't have your best intentions at heart. So Spirit, is there anything else you wanted me to say for pile 2? I think that's it. So you guys, I really hope that helped. Make sure to leave it a like if you liked it, or comment as well. I love hearing your thoughts. Also, if you guys want to check out my Patreon, I post so many videos over there and a lot more to come as well. So if you guys want to see some of those, check out my Patreon and join us over there. But also make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. But thank you guys so much again for all the support lately, and I will see you soon in another video. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey everyone, so if you guys picked this sushi, this is going to be your reading. And I want to mention really quickly up front that I hit 10K subscribers this week, and so many of you guys have left me the sweetest messages, the nicest comments and stuff. I didn't even post about it, but you guys noticed, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. I have the best community on YouTube, seriously, and you guys are just so sweet. It really made my week, because even though that happened, I kind of had a rough week, and so your comments and the love I got from you guys just meant the world to me. And so I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all your support and comments and everything, and all the love I get from you guys. It really does sustain me, and thank you guys. And if you haven't joined yet, you know, you can subscribe. I post these kinds of pick a card readings all the time, so subscribe and join our little party. But thank you guys so much. Seriously, I just wanted to mention that really up front, because it means so much to me. So with that being said, let's get right into the reading, guys. We got the Judgment card, 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Temperance, 4 of Cups, 9 of Wands, the Hermit, 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like something that is happening this year is like your first part of the year is not going to look like the last part of the year. You guys can see, if you know tarot, that it kind of, I feel like it gets a lot better towards the end, like a lot better. This one should be down there, so let's put it down there, and you can see that there's a lot more positive energy that comes in at the end of the year. I feel like at the beginning of the year, it's almost like there may be some kind of conflict or tension. I'm feeling like for some of you guys, this is maybe an ex or a twin flame that you're still in connection with on the astral plane. And you guys are going to be doing a lot of reflection on that. I almost feel like some of you guys are going to be working through some of your issues with like relationships and stuff. Like some of you guys may have unhealthy coping mechanisms or something. And honestly, I feel like you're going to be purging a lot of that at the beginning of the year and working through a lot of those problems. And it's going to come up in maybe like you have an argument with, you know, the person that you're with, or just like maybe it's even on the astral plane, you guys are arguing or something. But it's like you guys are going to be doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of thinking about about like your own history or things you can improve, and maybe going into hermit mode a little bit and trying to like figure out like, okay, what are my patterns and stuff. And I feel like this is going to be really productive and honestly result in you guys getting into this Two of Cups relationship and the Ten of Cups that we have later on. Ten of Cups has to do with family, and I really feel like this, almost like the work you're doing now is preparing you for your family later. So it's like that's coming through really strong. I almost can feel the energy of like a child for some of you guys that want a child. I definitely can feel that energy, although for some of you guys you might be like, absolutely I don't want a kid. And of course there's an aspect of free will in all these picket cards, so especially when we're talking about the future, this is your current energy. If you chose to switch it up or make a different choice, then that could change. So don't like get hung up if it's something that you're committed against, then, you know, obviously that's fine. But for those of you guys who want a family, I am feeling the energy of like a child coming in, to be honest, with this reading. I know it's a love reading and you guys probably weren't expecting that, but it's like, I feel that the work you're doing now, I'm hearing from this spirit that I think is your child, is preparing you for the role of being a parent later on. So maybe you guys are working through almost ancestral trauma, generational trauma. Maybe your parents fought a lot. Maybe you grew up in a, you know, broken household, although I hate that phrase because there's all kinds of families, you know, but it's like maybe you guys saw your parents fighting a lot, or your parents were divorced, or one of your parent was a single parent. Maybe you had a single mom or a single dad, and, you know, it was something that maybe some of them had dysfunction. Maybe they didn't know how to handle conflict correctly or whatever. But I feel like you guys are breaking some of this, and a lot of this heavy work you're doing at the beginning of the year, I'm hearing from spirit, it's preparation for this. I mean, I would assume this isn't coming through in the whole year, but I mean, I am getting this energy of like a child pretty strongly. So I would assume that for most of you guys, this is going to be something that comes in future years. But if you're really wanting or trying for a child now, that could be confirmation. If you're in a relationship where you're trying for a baby, that could definitely be confirmation, because I am feeling that baby's energy really strongly. But I feel that a lot of the work you do now, what I'm hearing is it's almost like a little mini, may not last, it's kind of shorter than I would expect for a dark night of the soul, because most dark night of the souls can be really intense. But for you guys, I almost feel like since we do see this energy clearing up later, that it may be a mini dark night of the soul that lasts a couple months, few months, and you may feel alone during that time where you're doing a lot of thinking. But I feel this is one of the most productive times in your life. Like, I feel like you guys are going to look back at this time and be like, oh my God, wow, that was major key. I look back on the times that were really hard and I'm like, that was so pivotal, you know? And I think that as much as it stinks to be in the middle of it, or as much as we wish we could just fast forward to like this energy, and just the Wheel of Fortune energy where everything's going great, it's you build character in those difficult times. And I'm seeing the image of a lotus flower, and lotus flower blooms in like waste, like it blooms in like muddy where there's a lot of manure. It literally blooms in that. So it's, you know, but it's one of the most beautiful flowers. And there's so many metaphors like that. Like, I think that I just, you know, what's coming to mind is someone was talking about wine, and they said that, you know, you can get I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but it's like terroir. I know that's so bad. But like the terroir, sorry, just ignore my pathetic attempts to speak in French. But anyway, I can't get the exact pronunciation right, but like I can see it in my mind, and it's the word for, you know, the kind of the way that the grape tastes of the earth it was grown in. And the thing is that when it comes to wine and stuff, and grapes that they grow for wine, they prefer to grow it where there's a little bit of adversity on the grapes. So that's why you don't see grapes just grown in like Southern California where it's really tropical and easy and nice, or, you know, even in the South, in the US, where like the East Coast South, where, you know, it's pretty nice all year round, and a lot of things grow there. Like, you know, they have Florida oranges and a ton of places where they grow other stuff. Grapes don't work, and that's because they need to grow it in an area that has a little bit of adversity. So they tend to grow it like up in the Pacific Northwest, in Northern California and stuff, and places that actually have like cold temperatures, a lot of rain, because it's like, you need that kind of hardship to make the grapes actually taste really good. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for you guys, is like, this is a period of hardship that's going to make you guys so much more equipped to deal with this stuff later on. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you haven't come from a household where that was modeled for you, where you saw people like just sorting out arguments and just talking it out calmly. Like, that wasn't what you guys got exposed to. So you guys are going to be doing some soul searching at the beginning part of this year and diving down deep. And as much as you might not really want to deal with that right now, it's like, you got to deal with it to get to this part. And I feel like you're going to come out of this first half of the year so much better prepared, having so many revelations about like your behavior and other people's behavior. Some of you guys might be in therapy or stuff like that, or just listening to like there's a lot of free, resources on YouTube and other places about like relationship patterns, or about like narcissistic families, or about dysfunctional family systems, or whatever. And I feel like you guys are just doing a lot of this work. You guys are putting in the work to have the blessings later on. And there's like patience coming through with temperance. Like, it's like you guys know that this is temporary, that you're having to do this work now, but later on it's going to benefit you. So you're retreating a little bit into yourself and willing to like wait that out. And then I feel like we come to this latter half of the year, and I feel like things just are so much better and so much happier. So you're gonna go through a period of hardship, but there's also going to be massive rewards at the end. You guys might be meeting your soulmate this year with the Two of Cups. Of course, it's a general reading, so that's going to be different for everyone, and some people might not have that come in this year. But I do feel like regardless, the work you're doing now is going to prepare you for meeting your soulmate eventually. And I do feel like you guys are going to be having like at least a sexy time second half of the year. So we do have the Queen of Wands, we have the Page of Swords. So you might have a lot of people stepping forward to present romantic offers to you. And it's like, if you were in a dry spell that's going to end, you're going to have that opportunity to like go out and feel sexy and stuff. Let's get more cards, guys. So we got 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands again, by the way, 8 of Wands, 4 of Cups again, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, a lot of 5s, 2 of Swords, Queen of Cups, and Judgment. So Judgment again. So the cards we got twice are Judgment, 5 of Wands, and 4 of Cups. So a lot of 5s coming through. So 5s are generally not necessarily the number of like a lot of happiness when it comes to tarot, to be honest. But I feel like, again, I think with all the positive cards that came in through the end, this is a time for you of major growth. And I really honestly feel that energy of a baby coming in. Like, I really do. And I feel that it's almost like in order for you to, get from point A to point B, like right now you're at point A and you want to get to point B, but your energy is not a match, and you need to get your energy to be a match. And I often think like, it's like kind of like we have to do this work sooner rather or later. So we can either do it now or we can do it later on. You can either work through your traumas now when you're like single as a Pringle, ready to mingle and have nothing else going on, or you can do it when you have 2 children and they're screaming and you have bad emotional coping mechanisms because you never figured out your trauma. You know what I mean? I would rather do it early. I would rather get it done and get it out of the way, so when I have a kid, I can focus on the kid, kind of a thing. And I feel like that's what's going on now. I feel like there's a lot of working through stuff and realizing patterns and learning. 3 of Pentacles is all about learning, and you guys are doing so much reflecting. There's so much inner work happening, and I feel like some of this stuff, it is painful, but it's also so necessary and so amazing. And the growth, the upward growth is so incredible. And I feel like you're going to come out of it. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is so emotionally balanced. Like, she is that example of someone who just has perfect emotional coping skills. She has mastered the art of emotions. I think so much of dysfunctional behavior, I was just talking about this with someone yesterday. Like, they were telling me about some crazy lady that they saw at a supermarket yelling at the counter person, and how crazy it was, like literally yelling at the top of their lungs. And we were talking about it, and I was like, I think so many people just don't have an ability to deal with their emotions. Like they just don't, something small comes up and they just, it makes them go absolutely nuts. And it's because a lot of people have unhealed trauma, in my opinion. Like a lot of people have dysfunctional ways of dealing with trauma, or they never got the love they wanted as a child. They never got cared for as a baby, or, whatever. And they never worked to heal it. And that's the thing, is like some of this stuff, it's caused by our parents, but we can choose to heal it. We're not children for life. So we can choose like, I'm not going to keep repeating this pattern. It's not a lot of fun for me. And I just feel like, for you guys, this is going to be so major key. Queen of Cups is someone that like would never be screaming at someone in a grocery store. She's just so in control of her emotions. She's just so, not in a bad way. She feels all her emotions. And that's actually the key to managing emotions, is to actually feel them, let them pass and flow through you, and realize that they're not going to be the end of you. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be mad. But maybe just don't yell at random strangers. Of course, sometimes you might need to, depending on what they're doing. But, I just think you guys are going to come out of this as masters of your own destiny, masters of your emotions. And I feel like you're doing a lot of this work in the first part of the year. And yeah, let's get into more cards, you guys. So we got Look in a Book, Pure Intention, Solitude, Wish Wisely, and Light. So with Look in a Book, again, I just keep getting some of you guys are reading up on things or watching YouTube videos or in therapy, but it's like you're educating yourselves about this issue. You guys are thinking deeply. This is a period, I honestly feel, of deep introspection for you guys, and of really looking into yourself and into your soul and figuring out like, what can I improve? What can I do better? And I feel like this is a great time period for you guys, honestly, to make manifestation goals as far as the kind of relationship you really want to attract. Because I feel like it's almost like you're going to be wide open by the time this is over. This is almost restoring you to your purest self. It's kind of like when you have a problem with like your laptop or your phone, and if you really can't figure anything out, it'll be like the thing you do, and I had to do this once, is restore it to factory settings. AKA you swipe the phone or you swipe your laptop of anything and you just restore it back to how it was. Actually, I think you don't even have to like delete your music or delete anything. I think you can just restore it to the original settings, which means like if you have a screensaver or something, it won't show up like that or whatever. It will just be like back to how it first arrived. But that's what I'm seeing, is like you guys are getting rid of a lot of this trauma that you guys have developed in this lifetime, and you guys are spending time alone processing stuff. And honestly, I know that's not the most exciting answer, but I feel like you do the most work when you go into hermit mode, and then when you come out, you're so much stronger, and you guys are going to come out of it so light. You guys are going to come out of it feeling lighter, like you released a burden, and you guys are going to come out of it a very pure version of yourselves, having done a lot of spiritual work. Let's get more cards though. So we got Family, Lighten Your Load, Psychic Abilities, and Career. So like I said, family keeps coming through, and I'm really getting the energy of like a child. I feel like this child is saying, like, I feel like for some of you guys, this child is like more advanced than you might be at this present moment, to be honest. And I feel like it's almost like you have to heal and fix yourself to get to the energy to match this child, to be a really good parent, to be the correct steward, to bring them into the world. Because I feel like with gifted children, a lot of times, like Spirit, when a child is supposed to accomplish something important, Spirit will leave them with parents that may be chaotic, because it's like part of that is, taking on trauma as a way to grow yourself. And like we sign off on this on the astral plane. So part of it is like, okay, you're gonna, like I said, it's one of the, like I was saying about the wine, like difficult conditions can make people stronger. But sometimes it's like, they want to make sure that if they're going to accomplish a certain thing, that there is an energetic match level. And maybe they chose not to have such a chaotic childhood and maybe focus on other things in adulthood. Maybe that's when they'll start having more difficulty and whatever. Like you always kind of to have some difficulty in life, but you can kind of control, like on the astral plane before you enter, like when it's going to come in. And I feel like for you guys, they want you guys to become really good stewards of this child. It's almost like when you have a really rich family and they interview with like a million different nannies, and they find a nanny that speaks like 5 languages and like, you know, knows how to cook totally organic, perfect food, and is just really like 10 out of 10 in terms of like being very mature and stuff, and has like child training stuff. I feel like that's kind of like the thing that Spirit is trying to make you guys level up, so you can be a really good, almost, I'm hearing portal for this child to enter in and to steward them and like guide them in this life. So I feel that that's really important. And some of you guys are carrying around trauma. This may even be past relationships that you guys are releasing and letting go of. It may be stuff that, you know, you never really processed or you glossed over. Even it could be stuff like if you were bullied as a child or random childhood stuff. We really, all this trauma can affect us so much. And once you release it, it's always like, oh my God, I didn't know I was had that much of a burden to carry around. And I feel like when you guys come out of this, I keep getting light. Like we've gotten light twice, and it's like you guys are going to feel so much lighter and brighter by the middle of this year once you guys have done a lot of this work. And you also might be developing your psychic abilities, because this work that you're doing, I'm seeing that it's actually work on the astral plane. Like I feel like you guys are going to be doing work that is, whether you're consciously, you know, doing like, you know, vibrational raising exercises or not, you're going to be doing work that is changing things on the astral plane. Even if you're just going to a regular old therapist, it's like this is really changing generational curses and freeing yourself from it. So it's really spiritually powerful work, and it's like you're kind of breaking chains that maybe have tied up your ancestors for years, is what I'm hearing. And it's like it's going to stop with you guys, you know what I mean? And your kid isn't going to have to go through the same ish. Your kid isn't going to have to worry about the same stuff that you had to worry about because of the work you're doing now. So I know it might not be the most exciting love reading, but that's what I'm getting. I want to give, you know, you guys an honest reading and stuff. A lot of you guys also may be focusing on career and stuff. So I feel like this is going to be a great time to grow your career. But again, we have love coming in like later on. I just think at the very beginning, it is about doing this kind of work. So we also got, what does it say? Love yourself first. I have to wear sunglasses, to be honest, because this light is so bright that like I wear sunglasses. I look pretty strange, I'm sure. Love yourself first, retreat, and wedding. So yeah, this is all about you guys kind of learning to love yourself, retreating into yourself a little bit. And it's like, it's going to make you much more attractive romantically. It's going to just allow you guys to come into your next relationship on such a powerful level. I feel like after this relationship or after this self-work, oh, and we got also trust. So maybe some of you guys have trust issues. And I feel like Spirit is also calling for you to trust in this situation and be patient and not get super like impatient about like, oh my God, it's not happening, or I want to be dating. It's like, know that this is all divinely appointed. And I feel like your guides are so proud of you guys for doing this work right now. I also feel like once you come out of this period of growth, you guys are going to be like, the type of caliber of people that you date is going to be much higher because you guys did all this work. It's like if you were dating a certain tier, not trying to be a snob, but like almost like spiritually speaking, a certain tier of people, and maybe some of them were immature or had issues. Next person you're going to date after you do this work is going to be on the same tip as you, and they're going to be mature as well, and they're going to be smart and wise and have a lot of the same goals and be very good with handling conflict, and they're going to have broken generational stuff of their own. So it's like when you come out of this, if you were used to dating kind of like dusties is what I'm hearing, or people that are just don't have their ish together and have, you know, issues in whatever way, because we all can have issues that manifest differently, you know, whether you're poor, whether you have money, whether you are passive aggressive or very direct or whatever, we all can carry issues. And it's like they are going to have worked through their issues, and not your next relationships are going to be so much more of a dream for you guys. I feel like a lot of the stuff that has been bothering you about your relationships, or about some of you a lack thereof, those are going to be gone. And it's like you're going to be ready to step into this new era. And I feel like a lot of that changes, you're going to see it happening by the middle of the year. So by like summertime, I'm hearing June. So I feel like that's going to be the shift with the Wheel of Fortune, where suddenly things were stagnant and then they start happening more. And again, with weddings, some of you guys could get married this year, although I feel like some of you guys, I mean, just me thinking about it, like, I feel like a lot of you guys are on a track to a wedding or a marriage soon, within the next few years, couple years. But for some of you guys, even if it happens a little bit later, like if it happens in 2 years or even later, this work you're doing now is preparing you for that. But for some of you guys, we have gotten a lot of cards about wedding and family and stuff. So maybe, sometimes God's timing is pretty crazy, and maybe it's that, even if you start out this year in hermit mode, by the end of the year, you guys will be in Vegas getting married at like the little white wedding chapel, I don't know, but we're definitely seeing some wedding energy, and I feel like regardless, this work is preparing you for that. So we also got simple acts of kindness, demonstrate love, relationship patterns, and be willing to express love. So this is all about your relationship patterns changing, a lot about you guys working through some of the issues you guys had. And it's also about you guys learning. I feel like some of you guys, I'm hearing, don't know how to love. And I'm hearing that Lil Wayne song, How to Love. That's such a blast from the past, right? That song. But it is a good song though. But that song, I think that song is really about it is kind of about generational trauma, or about how you can be traumatized as a child and carry that into your adult life. And then you can be traumatized more in your adult life. And then and it's like this cycle that you keep repeating, and it wasn't your fault, but you keep staying in it. And it's like, I feel like you guys are breaking out. You guys are learning how to really be a good partner. Like, I feel like some of you guys might even have commitment issues, or you might do stuff to sabotage relationships, or you might even have anger issues, or have a bad time in relationships expressing love, or being like lovey-dovey, because you might get a really bad temper or something like that. And I feel like this is going to shift and change that, so that you guys are going to be a lot more capable of expressing love and having like positive love relationships. So there's not this layer of conflict or problems hanging over everything. It's going to be a lot more positive for you guys, and I think your partner is going to really like that. So we also got fire, passion, lake, stillness, wolf instinct, and fairies, earth magic. So there is, I feel like later on in the year, a lot of passion coming in, like I mentioned. And even at the beginning of the year, some of you guys, I feel like, have passionate energy, but sometimes it might be in the wrong direction. You might get like fly off the handle, or not be the most mature at expressing yourself when it comes to anger. And so I feel like there's a two-parter message from that. One, working through kind of the unhealthy fire energy of like popping off the handle and being too quick to anger. But then also, like I said, that dichotomy of later in the year, we start seeing the really positive, fun energy come in. And that's when I feel like you guys are going to have a more passionate, sexy relationship. And I feel like you guys are going to be much more open and able to receive that later on. I also feel like for you guys with stillness, again, this is such a period of reflection. This is such a period of you guys thinking deeply and really taking in, taking a look at yourself, taking a look at your past, taking a look at your family structure. And that could be also why we've gotten a lot of cards relating to family as well. But I'm also feeling that energy of that child in the future. So again, another double message, I guess. But it's like, you guys have been very affected by this stuff, and it's time for reflection. It's time to heal it and fix it now, rather than when you guys are in the thick of it. And it's like you guys are having a moment for retreat, and it's almost like Spirit wants you guys to look at this as an opportunity, not as a burden. I'm almost seeing the image of like one of those really expensive day spa like retreat places that a you know, like really wealthy lady would go to, kind of like Canyon Ranch or something, where they will go to pay to like go off into a little retreat in the middle of Arizona, and, you know, they'll pay to have massages all day and have sound baths and walk in a Zen garden and have like macrobiotic meals made for them, and you know what I mean, and all they do all day is like meditate and go to yoga and go for little walks in the, you know, grounds of the hotel, and it's all really expensive. And almost like that should be your attitude, because it's like, as much as this may seem annoying, it's this powerful opportunity for growth that so many people would kill for and are too busy to actually take in. So the fact that Spirit is giving you a little bit of a pause, it's like, take this opportunity and run with it, because this is a blessing for you guys. And I feel like the work you're doing now is going to prepare you so much later on, because it's like, as much as we may roll our eyes sometimes, some people may roll their eyes at some of those retreat places. You know, a lot of powerful people go there. A lot of like tech leaders and stuff like that end up going there and getting a lot of guidance from those kinds of trips. So I feel like, as much as, you know, maybe some people might think like, oh, that's lame, you're spending a week in Arizona doing what? You know, like, the people that end up being really successful do take advantage of that and use that opportunity. And so I feel like that is a gift for you guys. It's almost like your guides and stuff are doing this as magic for you guys. And I feel like it's almost like a return to yourself. I'm hearing that Return to Innocence song by Enigma. So it's like you're getting back your instincts, because sometimes I feel like trauma can separate us from our instincts. It can kind of deaden our emotions and make us question everything and make us think that things that are actually really dysfunctional are normal. Like, oh, it's normal to have dad screaming at everyone. It's normal to have mom be in a bad mood and she disappears for 5 hours and we don't have anything to eat, or you know what I mean? Like, she just doesn't warn anyone and no one can get in contact with her. Like, you start thinking that weird stuff is normal when it's not. And we can end up, that's how people end up repeating that pattern. And they'll say stuff like, well, my parents beat me when I was growing up. They used to hit me with a belt, so it's totally fine if I do that. You know, that's how you end up in that kind of a cycle, is because you normalized it. And so you don't see the problem anymore. And it's like, you guys are returning back to these instincts of youth, of like purity, where you start seeing these things as what they are, rather than the adaptation of like, this is normal, this is fine, that you had to adapt as a child to survive in that family structure. So I know this is really a heavy reading, you guys, but this is what I'm seeing for you guys. And I feel like, again, you're going to come out of it so much stronger. Let me pull, like, I didn't do this for the other piles, but let me get one more card for pile 3 about 2022 love life. Fear reversed. Are there any blessings coming in? Health. So you guys are getting a return to health. Yeah, you guys are going to get a return to health and like maybe a sense of humor about all this. I just feel like there's so much growth happening. You guys are going to, you know, have your judgment returned to you about exactly what was going on in this situation. Okay, so yeah, I feel like, again, you guys, this is going to be so positive, even though it may not seem like what you wanted to hear, but I do think this is such a positive reading, more so than anything else, because that healing and that growth, as much as we might not want to do it, it is the most important period. I'm seeing the image of like a arm that gets broken or something and no one fixes it. No one puts it back into place. So it heals weird, it heals wrong. And technically maybe you can still use it, but it's like not correct. It wasn't healed the right way. And it's almost like you have to re-break it, re-go through that healing, but then it's healed and it's fixed and it's perfect. And I feel like that's the thing you guys are going through right now. And I think, again, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's going to open up a lot more later in the year. You're going to have, I feel like, a busy later half of the year, like starting in June. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to have a busy, fun, like active summer with a lot going on, and it's going to be really exciting. You guys are going to have a lot happening, so don't feel like this is all bad, because I do think there's so much positivity that wants to come in later for you guys, and this is just the beginning of the year. where there's a lot of growth that needs to happen. But overall, I think this is one of the more positive things you could get. I know it may not seem like that at first, but it really is. It's such a beautiful healing energy for you guys. And I think that child energy that I keep getting is definitely going to appreciate that later on in your soulmate and this Two of Cups energy that came through. So is that the only message for pile 3, Spirit? I'm not hearing anything else, so I think that's it, you guys. So please let me know in the comments if this resonates. Also, make sure to like if it resonated. And if you guys want to check out my Patreon, I have a bunch of videos posted over there and a lot coming all the time. So join us over there if you want to, and make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care. Hey everyone, so if you guys picked this brown sushi, this is going to be your reading. To me, it looks like it is crab, but I could be wrong. It could be something else, but it looks super good. I really want to quickly mention up front that I reached 10,000 subscribers this week, and so many of you guys wrote in to congratulate. I didn't even make a post. I didn't think anyone else would notice, but so many of you guys have written in to congratulate me and written me the nicest messages. And honestly, I was having a rough week, as some of you guys know, and it just meant the world to me. You guys are so sweet. I have like the best community on YouTube. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, it just touched my heart to see so much support from you guys. And I just wanted to say thank you guys and how much I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, I post these tarot videos all the time, so you definitely should. But I just wanted to say thank you guys to my subscribers. You guys just touched my heart and it really meant a lot. So with that sappy opening, let's get into the actual reading. You guys got 10 of Cups, Lovers, Chariot, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords, 9 of Wands, and 2 of Cups. So wow, I feel like you guys are kind of that pile that probably everyone wants when they pick one of these New Year pick a cards, which means that you guys have a lot of love coming in for you guys, and it's coming in hot. It's coming in strong with the Chariot. So this is something that is coming straight for you guys. We also got Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So this person is coming in very strongly and enthusiastically towards you. Honestly, for some of you guys, I do feel like this could be an ex or someone you already were in contact with on the astral plane, someone that you may have already known. And for others, it could be a new relationship. I asked for clarity on that, and honestly, Spirit kind of told me that it was a mix. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, though, this is someone that regardless, you do know them, whether it's in this world or on the astral plane. I'm not sure, and that's going to depend on, you know, because it's a group reading, some of you guys will be in either category. So for some of you guys, this is an ex coming back, and for others, it is a new love. But you guys talk and hang out on the astral plane a lot. And I keep seeing the image of like two people sitting across from each other in a coffee shop. It's such a specific image. I'm seeing two people sitting across from each other at a coffee shop, staring into each other's eyes, and like rain is pattering down on the windows. And actually, as I started, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but as I was pulling cards beforehand, because it takes a few minutes, it actually started pouring rain, and I was like, that's interesting anyway. And I was listening to music and not really putting two and two together, but I feel like that's extra confirmation because it literally started raining out of nowhere. And so I just keep seeing this image of two people staring across from each other in a coffee shop, like gazing into each other's eyes. And it's almost like people are like, excuse me, like the coffee shop is closing, like you guys have to leave. And you guys have been in there for like, you know, hours together, just sitting across from each other. And like, I feel like you guys are going to really have amazing conversations with each other. I feel like the thing I get about you guys is that you guys really like each other, and it's like you have fun with each other. You guys have a similar sense of humor, similar vibe. This person honestly is really sweet. With the Knight of Cups, I feel like they are, it's almost like I'm getting like a youthful energy. If they're older, they may have a youthful energy to them of like, they don't seem jaded. They don't seem like they have, you know, been hardened by the world or by life, and that they're, you know, kind of closed off. Their energy is very open and very young kind of. And so an older person can have a young energy, but it just means that they, you know, they kind of didn't let the world make them into like some old at heart person. They're young at heart. So it could be a young person. It could be someone who just seems that way because they're very open. But I'm honestly getting, for a lot of you guys, this is a younger type of energy. And it's like they so think you guys are amazing. Like they're just so enraptured by you guys. The energy I'm getting is just like, they just are like, oh my God. And I'm hearing, I just heard in my head that Saweetie Doja Cat song where it's like, that's my best friend. So it's like, I feel like you're their best friend and they're your best friend. And I feel like you guys are going to have like that relationship where you guys, stay up until 3 a.m. chatting on the phone and like play video games together, or go to the restaurant together and like laugh, or like have an inside joke where like the waiter asks what one person does and one person says like, oh, I do this. And it's not even, it wouldn't be funny to anyone else. It's like a funny joke answer like, oh, I'm a welder. And no one else would find that funny. And the waitress is like, okay, cool. Like, and no one else notices it, but you guys crack up because it's like an inside joke or something. You know what I mean? Like one of those best friend vibes where like everyone else is like, y'all are lame. Like, what are you doing? And you guys are cracking up and laughing. Like, and it's so cute. Like, I love this energy coming through. Like, I feel that you guys really are each other's best friends. And so for some of you guys, you have already been in contact with this person on the astral plane and you already know that they're coming in. For some of you guys, this could be an ex. If this is resonating as an ex and this was something you guys shared, was that this kind of dynamic, then this might be an ex. And for others of you who haven't, then this would be someone new coming in. But it's like you guys just really enjoy being in each other's company. And I feel like you guys share a lot of interests. I feel like both of you guys are kind of goofy, to be honest, is what I'm getting. Like you guys have a funny sense of humor. It's like actually humorous. Like I'm almost feeling like I should laugh and there's obviously nothing funny happening. But like I just have that urge to like crack up because of like the energy that's coming through. Like I feel like you guys are so playful with each other. And what I love about this is there's a lot of emotional vulnerability coming through. Like I feel like both of you guys confide in the other and can trust the other, and it's not a relationship where you have to put up walls or pretend to be too cool or pretend to be a certain way or like are playing games. It's like you guys are both very emotionally honest with each other and there's a lot of just joy. Like I feel it's almost like the vibe I'm getting is like summer romance when you're a teenager or something, Teenage Dream by Katy Perry kind of vibes. Like how she says, in that song she says like they go to a hotel. I don't remember the exact lyrics, but it's like we built a fort out of sheets in a hotel room, and then we're like, they're running on the beach. And in the movie or in the music video, I mean, they're like driving in their car with their friends. And that's like just the vibe. Like, it's like so lighthearted and it's not serious. It's not like this heavy relationship. It's not a Plutonian relationship of like twin flames see each other's soul and all the wounds. It's like positive. It's like a sun type energy, not Pluto sun, which is like very lighthearted and happy and positive, and that's the vibe coming through. So I feel like this is just going to be a very lighthearted, happy type of arrangement. Let's get more cards and clarify more, guys. So we got 8 of Wands, we got 9 of Wands, Page of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, the Lovers, Page of Cups and Temperance, and 6 of Swords reversed. So Lovers came in twice, so that is like the ultimate soulmate card in the deck. And so this is definitely, to me, saying that you guys are soulmates and you guys do have contact on the other side. And for some of you guys, you have been waiting for this person a lot. I feel like also with Temperance, that does sum up what I love about this relationship. Like I'm hearing that line in my head from Wedding Vows or something. I don't know what it's from. It's like a psalm, I think, maybe, but it's like love is patient, love is kind. Love, I don't know the rest, but I know love is patient, love is kind. And it's like you guys are very patient with each other. You're very nice to each other. Like I feel like you guys look out for each other. And this is where I'm saying like there's a youthness, that's not a word, youth youthfulness, I'll say, to this relationship, where it's like how like little kids will kind of look out for each other, and you know, like they'll be like a 7-year-old and he'll be like, that's my little brother, and he'll like, you know, protect him, and you're like, you can't protect him, like you're a little kid too. But like you guys, I'm not saying your person won't be protective of you or that they won't be able to protect you, but I'm just mean like, I don't know, I feel like little kids, they just have fun together, you know, they just look out for each other, they have fun together, they have the best intentions. Whereas I feel like when you get older, you start waking up to like, oh, some people have bad intentions, some people are crafty, some people are jaded, and there just seems such a purity in this relationship. It just seems like you guys really just, there's just like an easiness. Also, I feel like your person, again, they're coming in hot with the 8 of Wands, Page of Swords. I feel like Page of Cups, like they definitely are going to come in fast. I almost feel like you guys are going to meet in circumstances where it's like you all will work together or be in school together, or something like that. Like you guys will be thrown together. I don't know that this person is like the energy of being super bold, where they'll like come up and hit on you in the middle of nowhere. I feel like they would have to be someone that, you know, there's like reasons for them to hang around you, and then it'll be a friendship, and then they'll ask you out kind of a thing. Because that's just the energy I'm getting. I don't feel like this person is like that person that has asked out a million people and would just be like, I know exactly what to do. It's almost like they're a little unsure, but I think that's sweet. Like it's like they haven't been around the block a million times and been in a million relationships. It's like this means something to them. This is new to them. This is special to them. And yeah, so let's get more cards though. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. So we got magical blessings, new beginnings, and moderation. So moderation really relates to that Temperance card. So for some of you guys, I feel like you guys might, I don't know, eat healthy together, or you guys might enjoy eating the same types of foods. I almost feel like your person might be a positive influence on you in some way, or maybe you would be on them, but it's like, I feel like you guys kind of bring out the best in each other. And again, there's this energy that one, you guys have been waiting for each other for a long time, and two, that there's a patience with each other. Like there's a calmness. Like I feel like when I look at like really old couples together, I feel like they have this like 80 plus, you know, they seem like from that generation, they seem like they just are like really calm with each other a lot of the time. Like if one person makes a mistake, they don't freak out. I feel like sometimes I love being in the younger generation, and you know, I'm definitely proud, but I also feel like sometimes we can be that thing where like one person slips up in a relationship and we're like, I'm out, this is crazy, bye. And even though that has its place, and obviously you shouldn't tolerate really bad behavior, it's like there's something to be said for being like, oh my God, you're such an idiot, but you stay in a relationship with them, you know what I mean? Or like making, like genuinely trying to see the best in the other person, not looking out for like a red flag, let me catch you out, you know? And I feel like your person and you both see the best in each other. You both look for the best in each other. You both want the other to succeed. Like I feel like I see 80-year-old couples, and like the like I know with like my grandparents, my grandmother would like just take like like my grandfather wasn't allowed to eat certain stuff or drink certain stuff, and she'd just like take it away from him. Like she'd just come over and like grab, if he was eating something he shouldn't, like she'd just be like, bye. And he would never get mad or anything. He was just always like, oh well. Like he would never get mad at her about anything. I never saw him once get mad at her. I saw him get mad at other people, but I never saw him get mad at my grandmother. And it's like, that's kind of the vibe. Like I feel like your person in you just see the best. You don't get mad, you don't get snappy, you just kind of would like calmly be like, I disagree with you on that or something, you know, even maybe not even that. Like I just feel like there's such a harmony in this vibe. There's such a harmony in this relationship. So again, for some of you guys, I do think this may be from the past. For others of you, I could definitely see it being a new relationship, and we do have new beginnings. Either way, this will be a new shift in the relationship. This would be a positive change. This would be something that like you know, it's a new start for you guys. It feels new, it feels fresh. It doesn't feel like stagnant energy or dysfunctional energy that's being worked over and being worked through. No, it just seems like easy. So we also got Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future, Crown Games, the right use of power, straddling worlds, wandering between realms, and Wailing Tree, reconciliations. So here's where we start getting some of the reconciliation energy of like past love, but I also feel like, especially with straddling worlds, this could be someone that is a soulmate from another lifetime or just someone that you knew on the astral plane. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is a fresh relationship. For others of you guys, though, we are getting some of that past ex relationship where they're coming back and coming correct this time. But yeah, I feel like for you guys universally, this is a connection that has been taking place on the astral realm, and y'all have been communicating up there. Y'all have been giving each other support. You might have even had dreams or visions, I'm hearing, for some of you guys, of your person and some of their physical features. I'm seeing with someone with like brown hair, kind of cute, like maybe even like freckles or something. Like I'm seeing like a little mop of hair. I don't know. So of course, not everyone is going to look like that, but I just feel like some of you guys have seen this person on the astral realm. Some of you guys have actually seen photos of them or pictures of them in your dreams, and you guys do hang out up there. I'm getting like twin flame vibes, because you guys seem very similar, to be honest. Your personalities seem very compatible. You seem like you guys just are like buddies. Like it's like you're just friends. Like you just like to hang out with each other and get along and like eat Doritos and play video games is the vibe I'm getting. Like it just seems so chill and relaxed and easy. Like it doesn't take a ton of work. It doesn't take a ton of effort. It just seems like it's just very intuitive and just kind of flows easily. And just, yeah, I feel like you guys just vibe together. You guys just get along. And I feel like for some of you guys, you might be setting up the foundation for like a family. We got Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. So this may be like your person for your life. You know, this may be someone that you start a family with and that you end up marrying. There's definitely cards indicating that with Dragon's Hoard and then the 10 of Cups. So, I mean, it definitely might be just like, I found the one, that's it. But I think also with Crown Games, I was kind of looking at that card like, what does that one mean in this case? Because it can mean different stuff, as all the cards can. But I feel like in this case, it's like crown chakra is what I'm hearing. So again, with this psychic, spiritual connection you guys have. And I feel like you guys definitely are soulmates or knew each other in a past life. It has to be. Just because this energy is so, y'all are so comfortable with each other. Like you guys just know each other so well. I feel almost like in this reading, I'm like the third wheel. Like it's like, you know, when you go out with like two twins or two siblings or like two people who have been best friends for years and they have like a million inside jokes, or two people who are like really, really in love. But to be honest, this kind of love is kind of rare. But you know how like when you go out with two people who are so energetically connected and they're making jokes, they're like cracking up at something and you're like, yeah, that's funny, I guess. I don't really get that, but, and you're trying to be like positive and trying to be in the conversation, but they're just vibing together. They just know like they speak their own language. That's what I'm getting. I feel like it's like I'm just like interrupting you guys having your vibe sesh, but to be honest, I love the energy. It's very peaceful, so I'm not mad about it. But it's funny because you guys are so energetically connected that I'm like, why am I here? I'm just like I don't even feel like I need to be here, because you guys, I feel, already know each other on the astral plane, already hang out, already are connected. So I feel like you already know this person, to be honest. And so yeah, it seems to me like a lot of you guys are going to be in this relationship this year, because we got 2022. Let's get other cards. So we got Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom, New Moon, Promise, Full Moon, Completion, and Desert Vision Quest. So it's interesting, we got New Moon, Promise, Full Moon, Completion, because if you do astrology and stuff, new moon is that fresh start, that new beginning kind of, and a full moon is endings. So again, I feel like for some of you guys, this is from your past. For some of you guys, this is a new person. So take it how it resonates. If you're like, that's my person, that's how it was when we were together, then like, yeah, this definitely could be them coming back. And we do have Venus in retrograde happening very shortly. So I intend to do a lot of lost love. And I'm actually really excited because I love tapping into y'all's relationships, because love energy is just beautiful in most of its forms. Sometimes you see a crazy person coming through in these readings and you have to sage the heck out of the space afterwards. But most of the time your readings are beautiful to tap into. And this one in particular, y'all just have this super almost angelic energy together. It's so beautiful. And I feel like you guys, again, there's a major spiritual component coming through in this relationship. We got shaman, healing wisdom, desert, vision quest, and then the two moons, which are very astrologically significant. So to me, this says that this event is all about deep healing. It's all about that astral realm, spiritual fated destiny moments, you know what I mean? Things that you decided a long time ago on the astral realm, soul contracts that you guys signed a while ago, you know? And this is all about that reunion moment of like, okay, now we're together on this plane, now we're together in the real world. And yeah, it's just a beautiful spiritual thing. I feel like if you guys do end up together and have kids together, that this is going to be something where you guys just, your kids are going to be so blessed to grow up around this energy. They might even be spoiled, like, because I feel like they, not in a bad way, but just like they are going to be so like, oh, that's just normal, like to have a family that's just so in love with each other, and everyone else is like, no, you don't know what it's like to grow up with dysfunction. So you guys aren't gonna believe what happened, but my camera, I guess, just cut out, and I literally caught it like a minute later. I had a message like, check the recording. So I went and checked, and it was 222, which is so crazy because that is, if you guys know numerology, the number of love and like reconciliation, like a couple too. So it's like just double confirmation, spirit just coming through to like drive home the point that this is going to be a really powerful year. Because honestly, like I'm kind of surprised, because it's like, wow, I knew someone was going to have a good year, but this soulmate thing is coming through so strong for you guys. So just more confirmation. But as I was saying, like, your children will be so blessed to grow up around this energy if you guys do end up together or want to have kids. So we also got travel, answers reversed, trust, and reconciliation. So again, with the reconciliation energy, so again, for some of you guys, it may be an ex from this lifetime, or it may just be reconciling with your twin flame when you guys have been separated in this realm and dimension, and you guys did know each other on the astral realm or in other lifetimes. But I feel like you guys, again, travel back and forth. It's almost like you are constantly together. Like one night you're in their bedroom, the next night you're in your bedroom. You guys go back and forth to each other's dream states and stuff, and you're constantly traveling up on the astral realm. I also feel like just this relationship is so full of trust, you know, it's just so full of you guys knowing 100% that you can trust each other. There's not those kind of dramatic trust issues that we often see in twin flame relationships, where there's this like fear of loss, and there's this like, you know, back and forth like drama all the time. You guys just really trust and get along, and it's just easy. It's just very free flowing. It just comes, I'm hearing nothing. Yeah, I'm hearing like some like everything is just easy. Everything flows so easily, and it's like nothing else could compare to you, you know? So I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those relationships that probably a lot of other people would call it like relationship goals or something. So other cards we got are true love, playfulness, worth waiting for. I'm sorry, I dropped these right before I put them out, so kind of messy, but so yeah, you guys may have been waiting a while for this relationship. This is true love. This is that love of a lifetime that most people want. This is a relationship that I feel like you guys have maybe been feeling lonely or being like, where is my person? Because it's like you did know them on the astral plane. You heard them saying like, I'm coming, and you're like, where are you? Like, come on, let's go. Let's get this moving. And it's like, they may be coming in very soon for you guys, because we did set this intention as what's happening in 2022. So usually when this kind of a reading would come up, I would not speculate as to like the time zones, but for a lot of you guys, this person may be coming in this year, and if not this year, very shortly after. But this is the vibe I'm getting, is like, this is like soulmate energy, to be honest. So for a lot of you guys, your soulmate might be entering this year, and yeah, like it may be that next year you guys are married, or you guys are, you know, engaged, or just tied up in this relationship. But I feel like your person and you're gonna know from the jump, whether you get engaged, married right away, you guys are both gonna know from the jump that this is the relationship for you guys to be in forever. Like, you're just gonna know that you couldn't imagine being with anyone else after you've been with this person, and vice versa, because again, it's just so easy. You guys are just like besties. And yeah, so okay, also last cards, back to what you love, turn on your heart light, and love endures. So again, I'm getting like, sometimes X, I don't know, take what resonates, but I feel like for you guys, this relationship has been a love that has been for centuries, other lifetimes, twin flame, other astral realms. You guys have been together. So this is a love that has not gone away and will not go away. You guys see the best in each other. You guys respect each other. You guys genuinely like each other. I feel like a lot of you guys also are going to have a good sense of humor around each other. You guys are going to like laugh at the same kind of a thing. And we did, I don't know if it, yeah, we got playfulness. I didn't even read that. Okay. So it's like, yeah, you guys have this sense of humor together. You guys just have a good vibe, you know? You guys, I feel like, have the same hobbies, or you like the same things, or maybe if you're not in the same hobbies yet, you will be. I keep seeing like video games. So maybe some of you guys play video games, or your person will. And at first you might be like, oh, I don't want to, like, why would I want to play a video game? And then, you know, next thing you find yourself just playing Mario Kart with them like all the time, and like loving it and looking forward to it. But I feel like, again, there's this youthful energy to it. There's a lot of laughter. There's a lot of having fun. You guys probably will have a million inside jokes and like funny stories together that you guys tell. Like, I feel like your friends will love going out with you guys and like inviting you guys to parties, because you guys are going to be that couple that always makes it a good time, never brings drama, always is like, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe that this happened, and you play off each other, and you guys just make it like fun. Like, people vibe off your energy. People see you guys together, and they can sense this kind of heart energy that you guys are exuding with turn on your heart light. So it's like, this is like a return to someone that you've known really well and that you wanted to be reunited with. And I feel like it's a healing energy, because for some of you guys, you haven't felt understood in this lifetime. You haven't felt like the people you dated really knew you or appreciated you. And being back with this person, it's really like, oh, someone who actually knows me, someone who really gets me. I feel like the thing that I keep getting with you and your person is both of you guys see the best in each other, whereas so many people assume the worst about their person and like want to see them fail secretly, or, you know, try to start drama, or like don't have actually that good of intentions. Your person sees the best in you and they want the best for you. And I feel like that's very healing for you guys. And I feel like you guys reciprocate that. So it's like, again, bestie energy, best friend energy, like almost sibling energy. I feel like you guys have been together across many lifetimes. And so this is a reunion. It's almost like that happy reunion moment of like a family reunion. Or I'm seeing images of like, you know how like there'll be footage of like, my dad came back from the army, and I'm like, he surprises like his child or something, and the child is like, yay, or he surprises his wife and she's screaming and she's like, you know, so happy. Like, that's the type of energy. It's like, oh my God, I have been waiting for you. I've been wanting you to come back. Like, I've been missing you, and here you are. Like, I can't believe it. So, wow. Yeah, you guys definitely got the most positive reading, I would say. This is probably the one everyone wanted. And I guess Spirit saved the best for last this time, because super positive. Very happy for you guys. This is so beautiful. So let me know if it resonates in the comments, guys. Like if it resonates as well. And also, if you want to check out my Patreon, I have a ton of readings over there. So check that out if you want to see some of those. And make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. And I am sending you guys so much love and light. And we will be back soon for a lot more readings. So I will see you guys then. Take care. Bye.